Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The one and only Sydney Sweeney joins us. Sydney, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Tom Hanks and Robin Wright in my favorite movie of the year. Guys, thanks so much for joining the show.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you. Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
One of my all-time favorites, Vince Vaughn, joins us right now. Vince, thanks, man.
Oh, great to be with you, Brad, and great to be talking to Houston. Good morning to you.
We got Owen Wilson. We got Judy Greer. Thanks for joining the show, guys.
Thank you.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
We got Anna Sawai joining the show. Anna, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Brad.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What looking to talk to me funny, lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Paris Hilton, the infinite icon herself, is on the show. Paris, love the film.
Thank you. I'm so proud of it.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Brad Gilmore! And my next guest is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, the biggest WWE superstar on the entire planet, and maybe a 10-time future Hall of Famer if he's not already. And he will be here at the Toyota Center for Monday Night Raw in Houston on April the 6th. Tickets available on Ticketmaster.com. The leader of the Judgment Day is with us now, Dominik Mysterio. Dom, how you doing, my friend?
That was a good intro.
Well, you deserve a good intro. You deserve the best intro, don't you? I mean, you're the guy right now in the WWE.
I deserve everything. Everything and some.
Everything and some, man. Look, you've been on a hell of a run. And now you're the guy in the Judgment Day. You're the leader. How does it feel to take over the reins of what's honestly been one of the great factions in WWE history?
I mean, I don't know about the leader, but that's what they say allegedly. It has been a good run for my old pal Finn Balor. It was it had to be done. There was a lot of differences going on. We weren't being a cohesive unit, and he just, at the end of the day, we played the Finn Balor playbook, and that's what happened. He should have seen it coming. But I'm just happy that at the end of the day, it was my boy JD McDonough that pulled the trigger, because I know JD and Finn have their history, but I'm so happy for JD for finally being able to leave Finn's shadow.
He's been in it for too long, man. Look, Finn Balor had his
Too
time.
long.
He had his time, right?
In past.
The Etzel was a good card in its day, but we're in the future now. And the future is about Dom. It's about JD. It's about Liv. It's about Raquel. So, now that we're in this
We can't forget Roxanne.
Roxanne Perez, of course. From trained at Reality Wrestling here with us in Houston, Texas, along with the man Booker T, where y'all are going to be here in April. But now what's the course? We're going toward WrestleMania. You had a bit of a run-in with a Danhausen, Pinta. We have some issues going on there. What is our plan now moving forward?
So first things first, I got to retain my AAA Mega Campeonato this Saturday at Rey de Reyes, which obviously I will. Not a problem. But I think going into it, I want my IC championship back. I don't care what I have to do. I know Penta's an ugly dude, so I'm willing to put my hair up on the line against his mask and that IC championship if he's more than willing to. Hell, I'll even put up my mustache. Whatever it takes to get my IC title back. Because at the end of the day, I've beat this dude probably 7 or 8 times already. He got lucky on this last one because of Finn Balor's dumbass. But anyways, I would like to walk in as a double champ or walk out as a double champ of WrestleMania.
Well, it's going to happen because last year I was there, WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, the same building you're going to be in this year when you had that moment with the IC title, when you won
It's
the
good stuff, right?
It was amazing. It was amazing. Everybody
It was
knows it was
great.
amazing. That
It was
had to
it was the best.
look. You've had a lot of great moments in your career, Dom. In all seriousness, I mean, I remember watching your debut at SummerSlam against Seth. Phenomenal match, like incredible, instant
Thank you,
classic,
thank
if
you.
you will. And then what you did at WrestleMania, and to have the reaction that you got from the people. When you were getting kind of a different reaction ahead of time, and then when you won the title, the people were behind you. I don't know what was going on in your mind in that very moment.
It was honestly so weird because I remember, like you said, leading up to WrestleMania, I was just getting booed out of the buildings, not being able to talk, and then I show up. I don't know if it was because a heavy Latino crowd in Vegas, or we were a couple hours away from San Diego, but man, I just remember when they started beating me up, and like they were chanting for me, and I remember I was like outside of the ring and I was like, are they singing a song about me? I was like, this shit's crazy. And then sure enough, like it just kept going. And I would pick up on it the more I would do things in the match where like I'd get beat up and they'd start booing and then I'd start doing something and they'd go crazy. And I'm like, this is not normal. Like they're probably watching something else because I was like, this isn't adding up.
Does that mess with your psychology when you're in there? Because you know what I mean,
Yeah,
obviously,
fuck yeah.
right, yeah. Do you have to adjust on the
Yeah.
fly, or what do you do?
Honestly, when you're in the ring with guys like Finn Balor, at that time he was kind of calling the shots a little bit. So I gave seniority to my guy Finn. Whatever he wanted, we would go with. But at the end of the day, I had to take advantage of that, which is why I ended up pinning him. And as you saw how this whole played out almost a year later. But I think at that time you kind of just gotta go with it. I mean, I didn't change anything about myself, and I wasn't gonna change anything of what I was currently doing. I'm still gonna be the shit heel that I am. And if people like it, they like it. Hell, sometimes you gotta love a bad guy.
You gotta love a bad guy, man. And you know what's so crazy, Dom, is when Judgment Day started, and it was I think the original was, Edge, and it was uh, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. I thought when Edge went away, I thought, man, oh, I don't know what the legs are going to be on this faction. I'm not sure because it was kind of built around him in a way. And then y'all have taken the ball and run with it. And I really do mean it when I say it's going to go down as one of the great factions in wrestling history for longevity, the amount of stars that it's elevated, yourself included. Did you see the legs on Judgment Day when y'all first started kind of getting put together?
No, not at all. I man, I fought it for a long time. I wasn't. I don't know. It felt like weird and hokey, like at the very beginning of it. But then I was like, uh, something happened where all four of us clicked, and I think that's kind of like what made it work because we all kind of like clicked outside of the ring, and we were all riding together, so it all kind of transitioned to inside of the ring, and man, it worked, man. Like you said, there's not one time in the Judgment Day where we haven't had a championship, or all of us covered in gold, or constantly kicking people out to bring people in, and like it's crazy, man. It's insane.
And then for all of y'all to kind of get a little piece of the action for John Cena's last PLE, right? You were there, Survivor Series. Everybody got a piece of Cena. Roxanne hits him with a pop rocks. Liv is in there, and you get the IC title back from what people call the greatest of all time in his last PLE. Talk to me about that moment, man. That must have been a little bit surreal.
Super super surreal. Not only was it John Cena's last PLE, last Survivor Series, it was the first of wrestling event ever held at Petco Park in San Diego. So like a kid, like bro, I'm born and raised in San Diego. Like I've gone to Padre games my whole life. Like I lived there. Like I did a bunch of shit I shouldn't have done in downtown San Diego as well, but got some great stories I can't tell. But man, like that was just so surreal for me. Like walking in, like in the city where I'm from, walking out as a double champion, like beating John Cena, like that shit's insane, man. Like you can't write it, like and it's stuff like that. It writes itself. It's like a fairy tale ending for me.
So what's been like if you had to rank them, it's probably hard, but what's been the craziest one? Was it the John Cena in Petco Park? Was it the WrestleMania win? Was it you versus Ray Mysterio, in LA at 39, which I was
Oh,
4 rows back for him?
you want to know something crazy?
Yes.
I think the wildest one for me was showing up in AAA for the first time
Okay.
in Juan de la Barrera. Um, just because, like, obviously winning my IC championship at WrestleMania, insane. Beating John Cena Survivor Series, insane. WrestleMania against my deadbeat dad, 2 hours from San Diego in LA, insane. But the reaction that the thing is, all of those were very large open stadiums, like massive, massive crowds. Juan de la Barrera, AAA, people weren't expecting me. I showed up. I think the show was on a Saturday. I flew in Saturday. Like the show started at 8. I got to the arena at like 8:15. So like no one knew I was coming. And like I showed up, like it was insane. And the what I was told, this could all be bullshit but I was told this allegedly when they were recording the speakers. It was so loud that the speakers blew out of the cameras. They couldn't capture like the full audio of it because it was so loud, and like it gave me goosebumps. And like for me, it was just something that I always wanted to do, and it was like wrestle in Mexico with AAA, and like getting that reaction, showing up like randomly out of nowhere. Nobody knew about it. It was fucking insane. And showing up with the IC championship too, of all things.
Well, those are the moments though that you dream about as a performer in general, and especially as a wrestler, to have that moment that nobody sees coming, to shock the people, to give the goosebumps. Like you said, that's what
Yeah,
this whole thing is about, man. Like to give people
for
those
sure.
moments. Guy, and then that AAA acquisition's been so good, for that company as well as the WWE yourself. So,
Yeah,
Lola Vice has been over there a lot. We've seen some, Mr. Iguana coming over and having fun with the
yeah.
main roster.
Well,
It's been
with
amazing.
Ethan Page and
Ethan
Chelsea Green
Page.
going down there
Yeah.
too, like we got so much talent that is, I don't even want to say underutilized, but like are like being overutilized now because you got them on SmackDown, you got them on NXT, Raw, and then they're also going down to Mexico doing shows on Saturdays for AAA. So like it's awesome, man. It's phenomenal. It's AJ Styles.
It's AJ Styles, brother. And like I know that the Undertaker has been helping out more, especially in the AAA stuff from what I hear, and he's a Houston Texans legend, as is Booker T, who I've gotten to sit next to for 12 years, who's one of the greatest of all time. Texas is a big wrestling town, as you know. Your other alleged father, Eddie Guerrero, a Texas legend as
That's what
well.
they say.
And you're going to be here in Texas on the road to WrestleMania. Texas towns are fun, man. Houston's a great city for me. Obviously, this is where I'm from. But what does Texas crowds, do they have a feel to you? Is it one of the things that the boys look forward to when y'all are going to the
Yeah.
Lone Star State?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially because it's Texas. Some of it's a little close to the border, so we
Sure.
get that Latino heavy crowd,
Yeah.
and we love that. We love a Latino heavy crowd, especially because you never know what they're gonna give. They're either gonna, depending on the mood they're in or what kind of food they had that night, they're either gonna be super happy or pissed off. So it's an environment that you don't know what you're walking into, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah, man. Like I've always said, and California's actually making a great name for it. But the wrestlers from Texas, wrestlers from Canada, there's something in the water in those two territories. I don't know what it is because you could list off 20 great all-time Mount Rushmore guys from both of those places. I don't, yeah, because Booker, when I would talk to him, he said he always looked forward to wrestle a Canadian because they just wrestled different. Do you have like
Yeah.
I don't know, do you agree with that? Do you have like any kind of insight to that?
Man, I hate Canadians and Canada. They're yeah, I hate all of Canada and Canadians. For the exception of Trish Stratus, of
Of
course.
course.
Um, but yes, so when I trained with Lance Storm in Calgary, it's something about working Canadians that they're very precise on like what they're doing. So I haven't had the chance to wrestle any other fellow Canadians. Like I'd love to wrestle Ethan. I heard he's Canadian allegedly.
Allegedly.
Um, so yeah, we'll see. But with the luchadors, man, you just know you're gonna get a bunch of and just nonsense. So it's you definitely get a little bit of everything.
Well, we have a lot of lucha in Texas, and again, you're going to be here in Houston, April the 6th, Road to WrestleMania, Toyota Center. It's going to be sold out. The people are going to be chanting your name. I already know it. You're one of the great superstars of all time, 10-time Hall of Famer. You're just making the list for yourself.
Greatest
now.
mystery of all time. If I retired tomorrow, I'd get inducted this upcoming WrestleMania.
They would actually
to the Hall
bump
of Fame.
AJ Styles to put you into the headlining position.
I would close the Hall of Fame for sure.
Absolutely. And so as we round this interview and we're heading to the road to WrestleMania, I have to ask one more thing. Is it a surefire going to happen? You walk out double champ, either walk in or walk out, double champ at WrestleMania, and Liv Morgan walks out with the women's world title as well. This is all happening, correct?
Guaranteed. No matter what happens with me, I'm not worried about myself because I know I'm going to be okay. She is going to walk out as your new women's world champion. She's gonna destroy Stephanie.
And what is
it's not even funny.
What is the celebratory meal? Like, what are you doing? I know you're a bit of a foodie. What's the celebratory meal that we're going with night of WrestleMania? What are we doing?
Well, we are in the West Coast.
Yes.
So I know usually people would love to hear like, oh, chicken tenders and stuff, right? But I'm gonna go to In-N-Out. I'm gonna get me a massive 4x4 with animal fries. And then I'm going to put that in the to-go bag. And then we're going to drive over to Tacos El Gordo. And we're going to get, we'll go 3 cabeza, 3 tripa, and 3 adobada. So 9 tacos altogether with the 4x4. Salsa, In-N-Out.
C'est magnifique. That's what's going to happen. You know what? And maybe when you're down here in Houston, we can get you a little Whataburger. You can try it. You might be an In-N-Out guy. I understand. Give it another try. Just give it another try. It could happen. It could work out. You don't know. Roxanne might know the nice place to go to. You have to go to the right one. But Dom, man, look, legend, greatest Mysterio of all time, future IC champion. Again, you're going to become the man that we all know that you already are, and you're going to be here in Houston. Dom, I appreciate you taking the time, man. Congratulations on all your success.
Appreciate you, Brad. Thank you, man.